guys, Janice Vaughn, letting your light shine. Thank you guys so much for all your likes, your comments, your subscribes, your private messages, your friend requests. You guys are so amazing. Thank you. Thanks for being part of my vibe tribe. Okay. So I'm going back to some journal entries because these are always fun for me to look back to see where I was, and it's fun for me now to be able to look where I am today and go, wow, this is such a shit show and this is such a joke. You guys will get there because being in the narcissistic relationship, you already know that you cannot be on the other side when you're in it. But this is hope and some excitement for you to be able to go, you know what, I'm going to be there someday. And you will be. You absolutely will be. Don't think that you won't, because you will. No matter how many steps you take, even if it's baby steps, okay? Baby steps, no matter how little they are, an inch a day, a half an inch a day, you're making progress and you're propelling yourself forward, okay? Might take a little bit longer, and that's okay. This isn't a rat race. This is a race to peace on your own timeline, and it's your own peace level, because you have to sustain some of your peace in dealing with a narcissist. It's impossible to do, but if it means that you have to put up with, you know, something a little bit more just to get you to that healthier place. For example, I mean, let's say you have to endure a couple of Friday nights in with a narcissist, okay? But by doing that, you're not causing, or you're not causing anything. I mean, it's the narcissist that always causes the friction, but you're not contributing to the friction, because in the back of your mind, you're like, you know what? I'm going to just sit here, watch a movie tonight, because you know what? In the back of my mind, I got a plan. Things are moving forward for me. And tonight I'm in a peaceful place because there is no friction, because we're staying in, watching a movie together. Okay. If you're a narcissist, or the person that you surround yourself with is anything other than mine, great. Because you know what? I couldn't watch a movie. I couldn't watch a show. I couldn't watch anything without him chiming in about this. I knew that was happening. You know, he knew everything about every freaking show there was. He knew the ending. You know, God forbid I watch a Lifetime movie. Oh, these are such crap, because I know exactly what's going to end, how the movie's going to end. Well, so do I. But the point is, it's a happy story and I'm watching it. I don't care how it ends. I love the storyline. So regardless, if you have to do what you have to do to keep your peace, I totally get that. All right. So I found this journal entry. This one, oh shoot, I dropped some pages. 1 second. This one is, well, I probably won't even get through them all because it's so long. September 14th of 2016. So this is 7 months and 1 day to the day that I met him. So I'm writing this 7 months after being in a relationship with this guy. I look back now and think, what in the hell is going on here? Like, where I am now, this would never happen. Never. So it brings me excitement to see the growth that I have achieved and accomplished along the way. So just know that you are going to be stronger. You're going to get through this. You're going to see these milestones within your own life once you escape the narcissist. So there is hope. Okay. So and like I say, I say these in all my videos. I'm not laughing. I don't take this stuff lightly at all. It is horrendous that any of us had to endure this. But I'm able now to look back and see how much I have grown over the last year, and you're going to do it too. Okay. There's a saying out there. I don't know exactly how it goes. I should have looked it up before I did this video, but you know, where are you going to be a year from now? Okay. Now, if you really think about that statement, a year seems like an awfully long time. It does. It's like, wow, it's 365 days. But think about where you will be in a year from now. And some of the recordings, or not the recordings, but the journal entries that I have are written about a year ago. And I found those today. And a year ago today was a month prior to escaping. So those I'm going to share with you too. And it's so funny because my son-in-law, he's overdoing my remodel. I know I've shared with you guys a bunch, but a lot of the stuff that the narcissist wrote down was bad behavior notes, but my son-in-law and my daughter are referenced so many times in these. It's disgusting. And so when he was here, I said, oh my gosh, you are not going to believe what this note says. And he was so intrigued. He just kept going, that's CS, you know, and hopefully you can figure out what that means. It's bad. But anyway, it was so funny to see that the narcissist was trying to be this big tough guy and talk crap about my daughter and my son-in-law. And my son-in-law's reading it going, he's the biggest piece of shit that ever walked on this planet. He called him a CS. You can figure that out. It's a guy term. All right. So 9/14/2016. He lied to me. Imagine that. Imagine that, guys, right? A narcissist lying? Really? They don't lie. Really? The hell they don't. That's all they do is lie. I knew it all along. Why hold that from me, I say? Oh, well, my gut knew all along anyway. And I've learned to go off of my gut 100% of the time. Okay. So what happened was, I know this day because this was the day that I spoke to his ex-best friend, who's a female. And she's a sweet lady. Never had an issue with her. I really don't have an issue with anybody, honestly. The narcissist had an issue with everybody. But her and I had talked after one of the times that I had kicked him out. By this time, he'd probably been kicked out 3 times, okay? Like I said, it's been probably 15 to 20 over the 6-year relationship. But her and I talked on the phone for about 4 hours. It was crazy. And I said to her, I said, you know, not that I assume, because I never assume anything. I said, but did you guys, were you guys intimate? And she said, oh yeah, we were. And I said, I knew it. Not that I cared. Okay, I didn't care because what happened prior to us meeting was completely irrelevant. It is what it is. You know, we all have, you know, past relationships and all that, but we can't go back and change it. And we sleep with this person or that person or, you know, whatever. It didn't matter, but he lied to me about it. And I think I asked him just one time because I really just didn't care. I just said, were you guys ever intimate? And he said, oh, no. I don't see her like that. And I'm just like, the fact that you're being over exaggerating about it just really raises a red flag for me. So I kind of tucked it in the back of my mind and I thought, well, whatever. If they did, they did. Who cares, right? It's in the past before me. I don't care anyway. Not that a man and a woman can have a good relationship as best friends. My best friend is Nick. You guys have heard me talk about him. He and I have never had any type of relationship or any type of intimacy. We are just friends and always have been and always will be. That's just how we respect one another. But I know people make assumptions and that's okay too. That's okay because at the end of the day, him and I know the truth. And that's really all that matters. Okay. So I go on to say, and I had asked this lady and she was like, oh yeah, and this and this and this. And you know, she volunteered all kinds of information, which is so funny because I already knew it. I knew it anyway. I just had it in my gut. And it was just more confirmation. I'm like, wow, this guy's already lying to me like this. And this is 7 months into our relationship. But I stayed, you guys. I stayed again for another, 5 years? So this is, and again, this is why I'm sharing this stuff because I want you to understand it's not easy to get out. Because after he found out that I knew, what did he do? He love bombed me. He apologized. I am so sorry. There was nothing between us and blah, 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 blah. After I had already spoken to her and got her side of the story, why would a stranger, well, she really wasn't a stranger. I had met her, but why would somebody purposely lie to me about stuff? I knew it, girl code, whatever you want to call it. But I just was like, okay, whatever, just seeing if he would apologize. And he was a little nervous that I had found out, but I didn't say much about it. I was like, well, it is what it is. I mean, that was before me. I don't care what happened, but I don't see the reason you lied to me about it. I mean, I just asked a simple question and you could have just said yes or no, but you said no. And I don't know why. I mean, I'm always honest about my answers to people, so I just didn't understand that. But, you know, people that lie have something to hide. Okay, we already know that, especially with a narcissist. So trying to look at the time. Okay, so here goes on. I went on to say, I've tried to make this relationship work, but someone who isn't open to seeing their wrongdoings will never change. No, never. He knows what he is doing and how horrible he treats me and talks to me. I deserve better and can now move on freely. There is no excuse for bad behavior. He knows that he is so mean and hurtful. I'm just no longer going to put up with it. So in my mind, you guys, 7 months into this relationship, I knew that this was unhealthy. I knew it. That is how powerful the love bombing and gaslighting is. When you know your own truth, but then you've got somebody who's doing this love bombing and gaslighting and doing the whole cycle of abuse again, you start to question your own reality. And you start to wonder, is it me? Or is it them? That's the game the narcissist plays, okay? So I want you to keep in mind that no matter how much you journal, please, you guys, journal stuff. I don't care if it's like, one sentence every day. Today was a great day, horrible day, whatever. Trust me, you're going to look back on these and it's going to show you how much stronger you are. I'm not looking back on these for bad memories. That's not at all what I'm doing. What I'm doing is looking at how much I've grown, how much I have grown as a person, and how much I have learned to put boundaries up. So these are very, very encouraging journal entries for me, okay? And if I can, and that's why I want to share them with you guys, because if I can share them with you and give you hope, that's awesome. That is so meaningful to me, okay? He no longer serves my purpose. I loved him with every ounce of my being, but he lost it all. 6 years ago, he lost it all. So I think I kind of, in the back of my mind, kind of checked out at that point. Here's what I say at the end. Someone else is going to love me the way that I deserve to be loved and adore me, just as I will love and adore them. The narcissist had it all. Doesn't have any part of it now. And that's the choice they make. And I am so much off in a better place right now. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. All right, so that's that part. So I will be back with some more journal entries and talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, thanks guys.